Wenya in the deep, making sure that they're going to be covering everything that's going to come their way. And look for Bruce Thomas and Cecil Garber to really, really have a big game today.
There you see Volney Rouse, captain of the San Francisco Rush, ball in hand. Referee Scott Green will get us started here. Week 14 underway for Pro Rugby. On the left of your screen, San Francisco Rush in the black and red. San Diego in the white and blue on your right. And that whistle means it's time to play some rugby. Rouse is going to go deep and find Tui Samoa, the big man. He's going to take it up to the 22. San Diego, they're going to get first use of the ball here, just outside their own 22. Oh, early jitters there for Tafeti. The big man drops that. An early opportunity comes away. The Rush lose Stanfield. Not the start that the Breakers would have been looking for.
Not the start we would see out of Joe Tuafetehi. Seasoned international cap. You would have thought he would have had his wits about him, but it's early in this game. He's probably got to shake that off and get it done now. But this is a good position for San Francisco to find themselves in. Ball in hand, deep in the enemy's red zone. If they can convert the points this early in the game, it's going to be a great start.
Crouch.
There you see Dev Ferris, scrum half for San Francisco. Get this scrum moving. Late change out of the Rush lineup. Bill Fukafuka drops back to the bench. Sakalia comes to that open side flanker. And for now, moves back to 8. Nice little short arm.
An early short arm. Referee really trying to make precedent that today he's going to expect a very stable scrum.
Great work there from Michael Haley to keep that ball in play. He goes midfield, finds Talapusi, the electric fullback. Jinking his way up midfield, finally brought down just outside his own 40. They come to the right now. Ai, flat pass to Latu. Tough to stop one-on-one. Ferris down the right side. Ai back inside, finds Daly. Still with the Rush now. Crossfield, there's Finau. That's Jay Finau. Rouse. Pass goes across in front. Ai collects it. He's met by Terori though. Strong tackle there from the 8. Takes him back inside the 40 now. San Francisco losing some ground early on. Nick Grass. Much was made of Grass's early indiscretion in the season. He returned a few weeks ago. And now a nice penalty here coming the way of the Rush with a chance to kick this ball in the touch. But good defensive efforts from the Breakers, wasn't it?
Absolutely. The Breakers never bent. Coming up, put a lot of pressure on San Francisco. A couple of errors, putting the ball on the ground. But then you find yourself playing multiple phases and not gaining much ground. You have to think to yourself, you have to make that ground up somehow, especially in the middle of the field. You'd like to see Volney Rouse slide in that pocket and look to really push this ball into the corners, drive San Diego back, really gain some territory, and really widen this game out in terms of field position.
You down on the field earlier. What's the conditions like there on the playing surface?
Yeah, it's going to be a nice mild day. You know, this Boxer Stadium always going to be a bit breezy, but you know, if both teams can keep their heads and play along with the wind and not try and do too much, it can still be a very exciting game.
That breeze just blowing from the right of your screen. It will favor the Breakers in the first 40 minutes. That throw not straight from San Francisco. San Diego will have this scrum just inside San Francisco's
heart. A little bit closer. Yep.
And we get our first look at one of the players you talked about in the pregame, in little Charlie Purdon.
Second scrum of the match, Dan. We're going to see both teams really work hard to keep this thing stable. A good attacking platform for San Diego here.
Bind.
A big weight advantage coming the way up the Rush there.
Sit.
Not surprising. Actually, one of the heaviest packs in world rugby right now is San Francisco out of all professional leagues in the world. Very impressive statistic. Oh, that was red, like one of Dos de Sousa's brilliant books, and already Ai showing his brilliance as he rushes to the corner and gets the first try for the Rush.
Reni Ai saw that coming a mile away. A man of his experience has seen that play run a million times before, and he didn't bat an eye. He knew exactly what the Breakers were going to do, and that was absolutely brilliant work. As we see here, number 8 taking a nice little pick. You know, Dan, if I'm San Diego there, I got to back. you know, Chris Terori is a very good ball carrier. Let him loose, let him go after the number 10 and really put a hurting on him. You try and do too much like this, Rugby, he's seen that before. He's made that shift from playing either 15 or 10 and pushing into that midfield, and that's going to be very important for San Francisco because they need that experience, they need that knowledge, and they need someone of his stature to be able to really stabilize that midfield. And with him along with Nick Blevins, that's a pretty experienced duo.
Yeah, you see just that little double grab from Purdon there, just a little bubble, gave IE plenty of time to get up in the line. And like you said, a man of his experience, he's seen that play once or twice, he knew it was coming. And he has the speed to get to the line still as Rouse converts that. Tried perfectly, flags go up. Early lead for the Rush, 7 points to 0 up to 5 minutes here at Boxer Stadium. As we see, the experience that they lost in Mills Muliaina has a knee injury that's keeping him out of the side today. They're definitely made up in the enigmatic Rugby.
Absolutely. Rugby, as we said it before, he has about as much rugby experience on this field and in this league as anyone else. And his experience is what's going to be what San Francisco has to rest some of their laurels on. Good. If they can follow him and keep performing well,
good play on.
It's going to be a good day for the Rush.
A great restart comes away. I almost called them the Chargers. San Diego, the Breakers. And they'll have this ball inside San Francisco's territory. Purdon to his right now. Finds Suniula. Finds Carpenter now. The big man rumbles forward towards the 22. Purdon goes quickly. Flat pass under pressure.
Advantage black.
Advantage coming the way of the Rush here for the knock on. And we're going to come back for a scrum again.
Knock on, no advantage.
That is one of the dangers of playing at the line in the teeth of the defense. Your passes have to be pinpoint accurate.
5 here.
Otherwise, you see that
make sure you're on
little
side,
handling error coming in there from San Diego.
You know, Dan, it was actually not that bad, but you have to time that out a little quicker, and you have to actually show yourself to be an option. A couple of those passes, everyone knows that the first man getting is only going to distribute. You got to square up, you got to make the defense recognize you and respect you before you can actually give that ball to someone coming on a much harder pace.
Bind. Sit.
Ball in here from Ferris.
Use now, mate, use.
For now at the back, goes for a run. Offloads to Ferris, finds Rouse, puts it on the foot. Needs a chase. Rouse does well to get on his own kick there.
Be onside.
And Ferris will move this to his right. IE. Flat pass comes across to Latu. Oh, the big man bumps away from Pedersen and continues to rumble all the way up to the halfway line. Grass now hits a nice short line. Offload comes to Ferris. They're playing quickly through Daly. Takes it up to the 40 of the San Diego side now. Ferris to his left. IE looks to thread the needle there. Can't find his way through. Grass goes back. Does well. Could be a turnover coming the way. No. Referee Green not happy.
A lot of early work right here from the Cal duo out of Nick Grass and Brendan Daly. Both of them get involved early, getting the ball in their hands, making meters. And Volney Rouse, as I said earlier, Dan, they look for these kicks. They can actually put them in, and this is not a particularly fast pitch. That ball is going to die, and if they're able to keep peppering this field with some strategic kicks and keep turning San Diego around, it's going to keep them on the front foot.
Nice big tunnel there, boys. Sit your space.
Back inside the 22.
Hold for me, 7, please.
For now, we'll have this throw. And finds Grass.
That's over.
There's that Cal duo you spoke of just before. Grass and Daly.
No, nothing there, boys. Play on.
For now. Goes back towards the breakdown. Ferris will move this to his right. He's got the big man in Latu. Another strong run from Pat Latu.
5 away.
And another breakdown penalty coming, and Scott Green, he's going to talk to San Diego here.
Captain.
Let's listen in to see what he's got to say to the captain.
Okay, that's our third penalty, and they're all at the tackle. Yeah. Okay, 5's off his feet. He must be on his feet to contest the ball, and I'll give him more rights to it.
That's fair.
Yeah, fair enough?
Thank you.
Okay.
Fantastic work on San Francisco. Speaking of guys getting a lot of work right in, big Patrick Latu, that's got to be his 3rd touch day already, and he is absolutely being devastating with the ball in hand, just really denting the San Diego line, giving that the San Francisco rush backs options and opportunity out the back. And a not so smart play by San Diego, as you heard Scott Green talk to him, let him know, gave him rights, and then when he said hands away, didn't respect or hear or respond to his call, and that's what's going to help San Francisco gain another 3 points here if only Rouse can stop this kick.
Do my ears deceive me? A compliment for the referee there, Lou?
Oh yeah,
Or just a general observation?
General observation.
Okay. Play on. Volney Rouse now has this penalty for 3 more points. Tough kick with the breeze. Rouse so very accurate. He's happy with that. The flags go up 10 points to 0 after 9.5 here. San Francisco extend their lead.
Volney Rouse, sure today, as he's hitting 100% off the foot. And you can see those goalposts are not staying still. It's a blustery day here at Boxer Stadium, so it's going to be a hard day at the office if these kicks start moving a little further back. But Volney Rouse feeling really good real early in this game.
Conrad gets the start at 10 today in the absence of Kurt Morath. Finds Nick Grass.
I'm two. Stay.
Line is set. Rouse now shifts it across. Quick hands, finds IE. Oh, that kick was never on. Tui Samoa all over it. And now the turnover for San Diego.
Yep. Knock on.
Spot a little knock on there, but good charge down coming in from Tui Samoa. Just a little bit hesitant on the kick, Lou.
Yeah, this is the second time Areniai's had a kick block, and when you got big Tai Tui Samoa in front of you, that's not exactly the mountain you want to try and kick over. And he reads that just how Areni did earlier in the game with that pass, and that's a great opportunity for San Diego. Unfortunate, you can hear Charlie Purdon telling everyone, that ball's ready, they got to do something with it. Forwards got to take a little initiative and keep that ball alive and keep it moving. As is, another turnover, San Francisco still under pressure, deep in their end.
Bind.
Yeah, they are playing into the teeth of this wind. Will be tough to clear. Look for Finnell off the back here.
6.
Advantage comes away, and it's the man known as Gorgeous Bruce Thomas, named after the great character out of the Guy Ritchie movie. And he's just a little bit too early there.
I just thought he was named Gorgeous because he's just a handsome man.
You don't get the nickname Gorgeous if you don't deserve it, and he deserves it.
Well, a little ill discipline there. Bruce, a little, Volney Rouse going to go ahead and play quick.
Here's he finds IE, who now drops it onto the foot, does well to bring the Gwenya up and then drops it into the pocket behind him. But Taku, with those jet shoes, gets back in time.
Touched all on.
T.O. can't clear as the kick is charged down, but he gets the rebound. Now he goes out to Suniula.
Stay out.
Tackle is good as Purdon moves across to his left. Finds Pedersen.
Hands off.
Keeps going now. Conrad. Again at the line. Tui Samoa can't handle. And that goes down. Ball now with Haley. Tries to break free.
Advantage over.
Now with Grass. Pops it up. Sakalia on the 40. They're playing very quickly, the rush. Flat pass goes out to Talapusi.
Okay, play.
Pass is good. Back inside. Finds Ferris. Beautiful stuff from the rush. They're going to get their second try of the match.
Tremendous work by San Francisco there, Dan. You know, I was just about to comment on how we've seen a little too many balls on the deck here, and then you see Areniai pull some skill out of his hat and thread that needle to hit Talapusi on the end, giving him plenty of room to work right over Cecil Garber. And he has plenty of room between the touchline, setting Mikey Teo up, and plays it perfectly. Devereaux there on the scene. Ferris dots it down. Another quick 5 for San Francisco. Really looking dangerous early today here, Dan.
Yep, you know,
yeah, they had a great win a few weeks ago against Ohio, league leaders. Shocking to think that they find themselves at the bottom of the table when they play rugby like this, isn't it? It's kind of that hit or miss style that they're known for, though. San Francisco, and when they're hot, they're hot.
Exactly, and when they're not, you get burned. And but shoot, they look really good when they're playing like that, Dan. A lot of real good skills, a lot of real exciting style of play. They're getting forwards in the midfield and space. They're sending them up hard. You see Patrick Launchu winning collision after collision. You see Nick Grass all over the field, picking and probing this San Diego defense, and any weakness that they have, he's exploiting, and that's the effort they need in order to continue getting these edges. San Diego had an opportunity there to get things running, but you can't keep the ball in hand and you put it on the deck. You're going to be playing a lot of defense on the day.
Hey, we need another ball, mate. It's flat.
Without Marath in there right now, they're lacking a little bit of direction. And San Diego having a hard time getting guys in the right position in order to be as efficient as they can on attack. But, you know, Dan, it's still early in this game. You see Kalai Conrad, he'll have a long day at the office if he can't get his troops ordered.
Conrad gets us restarted. Ball goes over. Sun already starting to play a little havoc over there on the left-hand side of the field. Rory looks to go quickly.
We have a line out.
Comes off one of the San Francisco players' hands, so it's going to be a San Diego line out. They've got another chance here with some territory to play some rugby. Like you said, a lot of it's going to come down to Conrad. Not a lot of experience in the 10 jersey starting. He's come off the bench exclusively. That's not what they're going to be looking for there.
Boys.
Fortunately, off the hand of San Francisco. Now they have a scrum.
It was great.
Yeah, finding a hard time after this restart, Dan, to get a little bit of passage of play working.
Scrum, yes.
Starting off with that missed restart for San Francisco. You know, it's an unfortunate thing, but it's cardinal sin. You can't let that ball hit the ground off of that kick. You got to collect it out of the air, and you got to give yourself the best opportunity to get out of your end efficiently. And then you compound that with another opportunity for San Diego, and no one gets the overthrow. See these forwards wake up and really start covering all the bases here early in this match.
Purdon. Ball goes in.
Good.
Finds Nguyen. Looking for the one-on-one there, Nguyen against Ferris. Purdon goes quickly. Tui Samoa, the big man, spots a hole and goes right through. And that's easy as you like for the Breakers as they strike back 10 points to 5, 17 to 5.
That's an excellent start for San Diego. They get the set piece, they win it, they use their weapons, Takutsu and Nguyen. If you get an opportunity to put that ball in his hand, you give it to him and you let him work. Not only is the guy lightning fast, but he is as strong as an ox. And the close contact, I would take him over any of the backs that go across from any day of the week. Then boom, that beautiful phase gets over gain line, sets up Tai Tui Samoa to run a beautiful line off of Charlie Purdon. And it was like a hot knife through brother. Tai Tui Samoa, a little long in the tooth, but the guy still got some juice in his wheels, that's for sure.
He certainly does, the big man. Tui Samoa, very, very good ball carrier. It's Conrad now will look to convert just to the left of the uprights.
Are we happy?
Kick is good. 17-7 here after 16 and a half.
Captain.
San Francisco still in the lead though.
Make sure your timing's good on those tackles.
One thing we've seen here, Dan, in the past few games, teams have found it exceptionally hard to get around the edges in this league. Trying to get that ball into the wings' hands and earning that edge, it's a difficult thing. But up the middle, right off the rucks, right around the midfield, we're seeing a lot of gaps open up. That's the hardest area of the field to defend.
There we go, Rouse. Tries to go deep into the stiff breeze. Too small try scorer, can't handle. And now, Sakalia finds Rouse, just like that off the kickoff and a mistake. The rush comes flying back. And it's tit for tat here at Boxer Stadium.
Can't let that ball hit the ground, Dan. I just said it, and it happens again. When it happens, big mistakes can occur. Tai Tui Samoa put himself in good position. It's a windy day out there. That ball is knuckling around everywhere, and that's exactly what happened. We had number 20, Bill Fukafuka, all over that ball. He was not fooled one bit. And San Francisco making San Diego punished over these first few mistakes.
Yeah, great pick up there from Sakalia, and then the offload too.
That's right.
Rodney Rouse gets a lot of his points off the boot. Also enjoys getting over the try line as well. Look how happy he is too.
Dev Ferris, that 9-10 combination, such an important relationship on this rugby field.
3 tries.
I'd like to see a 9 and 10 smile together, because if we know if that's happening, they can at least pass the ball to one another and not have to bicker about it.
That's true.
And we know how you backs love bickering at one another.
Always someone else's fault, though.
I'm not saying it's anyone else's fault. Right there, that was just beautiful rugby. But the forwards pretty much scored that try.
From which team? The San Diego forwards?
Touché.
Oh, now we're into it. Here we go for San Diego, though. They need to refocus here, like you talked about. Need to control that ball. Conrad goes deep into the sun.
We're inside.
Well taken, though, by Longy. Good. Inside the 22, he clears up towards the 40. There you see big Pat Latu begging just for a couple extra meters there from Nick Riccono. Nick, very seasoned assistant referee, won't have any of that.
If you're not talking to the ref about getting that extra couple meters, you're not really trying. Pat Latu at the front of that line out, he's the one that's got to be very communicative. He's got to be telling his team, he's got to be talking to the referee, he's got to be getting in the other team's ear. Because you're doing that, you're doing your job, you're making it messy, and you're making it noisy for the opposition.
Knock on, advantage, White.
Advantage
Knock
coming
on,
away San Diego here. Purdon. Gossu's left, to Samoa. Mixed afternoon for the big lock. Now a penalty.
Out of the way. Clear the tackle, please.
Got the breeze at his back here. Interesting decision, down 24-7 here for Conrad.
Hold out, 20. Stephen Black.
Sakalia in on that ruck. Couldn't tell if it was him. Penalty was called on, but we saw him pull himself off the ground after the penalty was called, so you can only make assumptions. But at the point in the position of this game or in the field to really be testing the referee.
Okay, Ed with the front.
Just rather live to fight another day and just keep putting big hits onto the opposition as they approach the line, Dan. That's what I would think that San Francisco wants to do. They want to impose their physical will, use their size, and really put a hurting on San Diego, and let them know that if they want to run to the teeth of defense, if they're gonna pay for it.
Top throw again, straight. Comes down to Daly.
We have an advantage. Advantage if you want it.
5 out from their own line here, the rush. Oh, great little pick, and they're off to the races for now. Looks for some support back in the inside. It gets knocked down. Still with San Francisco, though. As Fanau goes for a run. That's Sam Fanau. Long floating pass over the top. Blevins does well under pressure. No advantage. They're coming all the way back for a penalty to San Francisco. But they are looking very dangerous today, ball in hand, and credit where credit's due, Big Lou. A lot of this is coming from the hard running from their forwards.
Absolutely. Sam Fanau, Nick Grass, both of them probing in and around the ruck. San Diego not doing the best job of defending the most important part in the defensive structure. If you can't get your pillars set on either side of the ruck, that's where inevitable breaks are going to happen. Any team that's smart enough in order to make teams respect that gives themselves opportunities in the midfield and around the corner. San Diego making it way too easy just to go up the guts right now.
Now San Francisco back in San Diego's half. Just 21 minutes gone here. Going at better, a point a minute right now, the rush.
Good. Happy to play on there.
Grass does well to bring that ball down.
Both teams seem to be struggling at the line of touch here, Dan.
Here we go, Daly. Charges forward. He's finally brought down, though. Inside the 40 as Ferris moves it to his right. Rouse. Mai, short ball, a lot of pressure on Talafusi there. Roberts with the pick up, and we're coming back. He's got him for a forward pass or a knock on. Take your pick.
Yeah.
Forward there.
Either or. Scott Green not happy with that passage of play. But excellent work by Nick Blevins, not quitting on the play. You know, major difference between rugby and many other sports, Dan, is that just because the referee says something bad has happened doesn't mean you ever stop playing. You have to play the advantage, and you got to make sure that you keep working to get on that ball, because if you give the opposition an opportunity to capitalize on that mistake, they will. And whether it be you stopped or you weren't paying attention or you thought the play was over, it might burn you for a try going the other way.
Scrum set on the 40 of San Diego. Spinning, Purdon under pressure does well. Ferris.
It's gone through the 90. It's a reset.
We're going to come back and reset
through the 90.
It. Tense moments there for San Diego.
What? It's gone around the 90.
Yeah, Ferris was away again for his second try.
What's that going around the 90?
Such an important aspect of this game, Dan. The scrum is an opportunity and a position for both forward packs to really impose their physical will and dominance on the other team. San Diego
Okay, we have a shoe.
Heavily outweighed here in this match. San Francisco's just got an absolute monster pack. Weighing in along with the top sides and across the world. And San Diego's going to have to get all 8 sprigs into the ground today to make sure that they can turn opportunities like this, ball position like this, into good quality possession.
Okay,
they can't get good passes, get someone running straight, squaring up the shoulders, and really putting an impact on that back line. It's going to be a long day whenever that ball hits the deck for San Diego. I'll tell you what Charlie Purden would love to see. We'd love to see Chris Terrori just go ahead and pick that ball up and do something with it.
He certainly would. Little scrum half under plenty of pressure. Straight down. Purden goes quick, finds Teo. Teo's got some space. Up to the 40. Rouse comes across and shuts him down about 30 out from the line. Purden back to his right quickly. Terrori. Garber. Ball spills out. Thomas goes back. Purden down the blind side. Hatsuka. Can't get around Haley.
Playing the 9. Yep.
Advantage comes the way of San Diego. Purden down the blind side. Knows he has the advantage. Coming back for the penalty.
Excellent game management by Charlie.
5 red, playing the 9 after the pass.
That's the type of experience you want your number 9 to have. You know you have the advantage. You know they have the opportunity. Go ahead and play with it. Put the team under, the opposition under a little bit more stress. And maybe who knows what happens.
Captain, where's my captain?
But he knows at the whole time that if the kick doesn't come off, he still has the advantage.
It's the second time one of your players has played the 9 after he's passed the ball. Okay, it can't continue. He passes the ball, you let him run.
There you go, Scott Green having a talk to Volney Rouse. Second time they've come after Charlie Purden. And not the first time we've seen Purden in amongst it this season.
He's definitely not afraid to get mixed up, Dan. And you know, as I was just saying earlier, his intelligence, his ability to lead, that makes him a big weapon for San Diego. And San Francisco's going to try and shake that glass a little harder to make sure he gets a little fired up, or he gets out of his head, does something in order to make a mistake.
That's not straight, guys.
Right now, he doesn't. San Francisco doesn't need to do much.
We have a line or scrum.
Joe Tuafate having a hard time from the line of touch.
Okay, scrum called.
And we've seen it all season in San Francisco with these conditions. It's just part of living in San Francisco, the blustery conditions. But it's
so we had a couple of
very tough for the lineouts, for the throwers to find their rhythm.
Get our vines long. Yeah, I'm going to come and have a look. Yep.
Line of touch, such an important skill, just as important as the scrum, just as technically specific. This might seem easy to throw a ball down a tunnel, but it's, believe you me, that is much harder than you think it is.
Bind.
I believe you.
Yeah, I've
done
it terribly amount of times. But
now Ferris. Great scrum. Look at this. Just set. It spins now for now. Off the back. Runs into Conrad and Purden. Midfield. Ferris goes quickly to his left. Rouse, Saeed, flat pass. Talpusi can't handle. Ball goes down.
Advantage right.
San Diego has possession now.
Step back. Stay out.
Thomas comes back to his left. Phil Nicky can't handle. I think we're going to go back for the original knock-on against San Francisco, though.
Second knock-on by Martini Talapuzzi today, Dan. Just having a hard time, San Francisco, as they start spreading it wider, taking turns, making mistakes, and that's what's really going to hurt your rhythm and getting into the game plan and in the gameplay that you know your team is capable of.
Can you stay on this side? I'm going to come in.
And it's a hard thing to shake off as a team, right? I mean, everyone just takes turns making mistakes. It absolutely wipes out you guys' rhythm.
Time's off.
And San Francisco,
do a nice
while up on the scoreboard, it's always going to be an uphill battle. You got to make sure you stay on that rhythm, and you got to execute the simple skills brilliantly.
Yeah, read. 4 and 5.
Well said, Lou.
Take a step back from you guys. See behind the last one.
Important moments coming up here for San Diego with about 13 left to play before the break.
Yeah, thank you.
Down by 17 points. Playing with this strong breeze. I think they're going to get a few more points than what they have. Try to run down this San Francisco side. Like I said, got a very strong ball runner in the back, and Chris Terrori. I'd like to see him exploit that size and pace right about now.
Set.
Yes. Good scrum.
Use.
Purden finds Nguyen. Same set piece they went to for their first try. This time Thomas.
Yeah, I've got it.
Another mistake comes in against San Diego. As Blevins now, in his return match from injury for the Rush, is dragged down just short of his 22. Ferris, AE, throws the dummy, can't get away from the attention of Terori though.
Advantage is over.
Back towards midfield. Lainitz. Ferris comes down the blind side. For now, didn't look prepared for that ball there for now. As Ferris back into the pocket, finds Rouse, shapes the kick, throws the dummy. Tackled almost on top of the breakdown.
Hang on.
Now a little mistake.
Advantage wide.
It's Talfetti. Purdon. Ilnicki. Midfield, 5 out. The Breakers on the attack now. Finds Tui Samoa. Can't get the offload away. Comes back to Purdon.
Advantage is over for the knock.
Hatsuka. Trying to use some footwork. He's surrounded by 3 Rush players. Purdon back to the middle. Running. Dummy. Oh, big collision coming in there from Finau. Thomas looks to go himself. Hatsuka steps into 9. Finds Tui Samoa. Offload, Mattias. Ball goes down, Tio. Can't get back on top of it. Knockback, says the referee. Counter ruck comes in from San Francisco. But Nguyen comes away with it. Tio. Quick hands needed there, but he's swallowed up out in the wing by Longy. Suniula finds Garber. The big man just burrows his way over. Cecil Garber. Try time for San Diego.
The mountain man from West Virginia, Cecil Garber, saying, give me the ball on the edge, feed me, and I'm going to finish. Impressive work by Cecil Garber there. Charlie Purdon taking a lick from Finau, or who was that? Yeah, Jay Finau, giving him a little bit of the business. San Francisco working hard to keep possession. Great work by Takutsu and Nguyen to resource this ball. And a couple passes later, Andrew Suniula giving Cecil Garber the opportunity to just turn Devereaux Ferris into a speed bump as he goes across the line for a quick 5.
Yeah, I think all that was fine.
Well, scoring tries on the wing, so easy a caveman could do it. There's Cecil Garber, fresh off his Geico campaign, now playing for San Diego. Gets a try. Usually played a little bit with him up in Seattle. One of these young guys who's really finding their feet in this pro rugby.
Yeah, he came all the way from the East Coast, played a little bit of college or rugby in college, wanted to keep playing, wanted to keep pushing his abilities and see how far he could go. So moved up to Seattle, had a good run up there, just playing some very good rugby. And just like anything, Dan, the guy put in his time and he's worked hard and he's put himself in a good position to succeed. And now you see him playing week in, week out in professional rugby here in the United States and performing. And that's exactly what this league is all about, giving guys like Cecil Garber that opportunity.
Yeah, good there. Yeah.
And that conversion is successful. 24 points to 14 after 31. And Garber leading the league in tackles made as well. Just goes to show, very, very busy player. And that's what you want from your 7, getting those tackles.
Yeah. I think it was going backwards. It was 50-50, mate.
The big man. Doing what all big men like doing, running over number 9s.
You see a number 9 in front of you, you can't help but to lick your chops. But Lord knows we've all been to that position where we licked our chops and try to put our hurt, and you get a number 9 that just gets underneath you, has got a little bit of strength and puts you on your backside. Today's case, not for Cecil.
Great restart going. Great steal back though from Carpenter. Hatsuka steps in. Plays quickly. Tui Samoa. Drifting across field. Can't get away from the tackle there. Sakalia.
Out, that's fine, play.
Pops it back. Talfetti.
Stay out, Black. Last foot, thank you.
Terori. Crafting his way up towards the halfway line. Purdon.
Okay, it's just in front of the
Box sticks deep. Talapusi puts that one down, knocked back. Rush on the counter-attack now. Oh, another handling error coming in from Martini Talapusi. Been a tough day at the office for the fullback so far. As Mattias picks this ball up for San Diego. Across the face to Tui Samoa. Breakers on the attack.
Advantage is over.
Purdon. Conrad under pressure. Steps back into contact. Lainitz more than happy to welcome him. Nguyen. Pedersen. And there's a little knock on there from San Diego.
The first one came off right.
Massive collisions here today, Dan. You can hear them up in the stands.
Yeah, back there,
San Francisco really coming up hard. But we got to address Martini Talapusi. He must have gotten into some of that popcorn before the game because he's got some greasy hands. He can't hold on to the ball right now. Great work by Charlie Purton to recognize that and to put him under pressure to take that kick. And yeah, they got to have an answer for that. Otherwise, if I'm San Diego, I'm going to keep pressuring him. I'm going to keep putting him on under those opportunities to continue to make the mistakes until he answers the bell and does something to hurt you. And San Diego needs that right now because that will be the opportunity for them to really gain a lot of territory in this match.
Well, Jerry Rice played here a little bit, famous for the sticking on the hands. Maybe you should go for a little drive at halftime and see if you can find Jerry's old trainer and get one of those cans. Another handling error comes in against the rush there. Much to the begrudging of the crowd. Now Tarori centers this ball up about 25 out from the line. Purton steps into his right. Conrad finds Nguenya. On the outside, Nguenya plays to Isamoa. Gets back inside Latu. Good clear out coming from San Diego. They've got numbers stacked out to the left. Purton finds Sunula, throws the dummy. Clean out comes
playing advantage, Charlie.
Playing quickly. Down the blind side. Scheming there. Handling error comes in, no advantage. And it's coming back to the penalty for San Diego. They are starting to show some signs of life here, San Diego. Looking a lot better this last 10 minutes.
San Francisco having a hard time really getting that defensive line organized, and that's where these breaks are coming from. An experienced man like Chikutswa Nguenya sees that, and he just probes. He'll attack a little bit one way and then can't change direction, and because that line is not intact, because you have guys stacked on top of one another, it's going to show a lot of gaps for San Francisco. Puts Tai Tuisamoa in on the edge, and then you got Charlie Purton back there constantly probing, taking these situations where he knows he has advantage, and he's going to try and continue to bend the defense to maybe find that gap, all the while knowing that he has that opportunity that if it doesn't come off, that's okay. We can go back to this advantage and continue playing.
He's got to retreat behind the last foot.
Again, I struggled with it when I played Lou, but moving away from that, I just never understand why players argue with the referee. I've never seen one change their mind on the back of argument of a player, as good as it is. And believe me, I had some great arguments. I had some great points, and I never got turned around.
Well, you're so smart, it's really hard to believe. But yeah, you're never going to convince a referee other than the call he's already made. The last thing you want is a referee that all of a sudden says, oh, you know what, Dan, you're right. I did make the wrong call. I'm going to change it. That never happens. And rightfully so. That's what we need out of referees. Scott Green really raising the bar of refereeing opportunities here in America, giving them the opportunity to referee a professional match, put their skills and their judgments under a microscope. And you're going to have your trials and tribulations because that's as much of a skill as playing. And it's difficult.
Get him behind you, mate.
Well, luckily his refereeing game is better than his tattoo game because that's a shocker.
I got no comment on that.
That was tough.
Rouse goes deep to Isamoa. Right in the breadbasket of the big man, takes it up to the 40. Purton to his right. Oh, sensational catch from Thomas.
Tackle only. The tackle only, that one.
Purton, Conrad. T.O., flat pass.
No play.
Flat ball. Mattias goes back. Dangerous in broken play, Mattias.
Watch it there.
Player. Carpenter.
Backwards.
Oh, he yanked on the handbrake there, Carpenter. Ball spills backward. Nguenya uses that footwork. We saw him light things up in San Diego a few months ago, looking to reignite that form here today. Dolfetti. Big collision midfield as he runs into Latu. Conrad, great pass to Rory now. Looking for some support, throws a dummy outside. Garber, he's gone from one wing to the other, the big man. He's dragged down just meters short. Thomas goes quick, looks like he's knocked on. Oh, referee Green right on top of it, picks up the knock on as well.
Got forward in the tackle.
And now a little bit of argy-bargy coming in from some of the boys.
Hey, no.
Brendan Daly getting into the mix. Glad to see Nick Grass out of there, keep himself out of that position he found himself in week 1. Brendan Daly letting Rory know whatever's going on down there, he does not approve. Charlie Purdon, as you see, lost a little bit of his temper.
That tackle. We're going to scrum
the ball
down
on the ground right
Black
there.
ball.
Oh yeah, I see a couple of hands coming up, and oh yeah, Dev Ferris in the mix as well.
Yeah, he's looking out for his scrum half.
Sorry,
You've
George,
done the
what's the
same
fine?
things plenty of time. Tim Usaz often looked to his back pocket for Lou Stanfield to come and save the day.
Oh, the old Russian, Tim Usaz, USA Rugby great. Probably one of the most interesting number 9s ever put on the USA
Come a
jersey.
little closer for me.
Very experienced, played in
Crouch.
Nottingham for a couple of years, in the UK as well as in Hong Kong, where he manages a rugby team now.
Yeah, also one of the tightest jerseys for number 9 in World Rugby. He was very snug, especially around the midsection of the Russian. Here we go, San Francisco, big scrum, still under pressure. For now off the back, Conrad.
That's a ruck. Don't go in right, Dave.
They do well. Ferris looks to clear. Good. Doesn't pick up a ton of meters there. Hatsuka
Happy to play on.
goes
Play
quick.
on.
Tio, broken field, shifts across the right. Suniula finds Nguenya. Nguenya looks to the outside. Round of Talapusi. Great pass. Mattia steps back in. Cover defense does well to scramble across field.
Pulls out.
Purdon finds Thomas. A lot of these players very familiar with Bruce Thomas up in San Francisco. Pedersen, midfield, right in front of the post, 10
Hands
out.
away.
Purdon, under a lot of pressure there from Lanitz. Tio. And another handling error from San Diego. Very enthusiastic scramble defense from San Francisco to prevent that try out in the right though.
Yeah, San Diego, Hatsuka really put him under pressure there right before the half, and San Diego, had they been able to capitalize, this would be a real different talk going into halftime. But as is, San Francisco still tails up, happy about the way they finished that half. And
My AR called in that you win at the last foot. So if you're retreating and you get it,
Here we
you're
see
retreating
there.
and you get in the way of a pass, you're still offside.
Jeremy Lannertz really having a word with referee Scott Green, spending a lot of energy trying to get some of these calls down. Someone needs to tell the young fellow that he just needs to play his game and play to the referee, and he'll be better off.
Right down, I didn't quite see what happened, but it looked like he was
Worrying a little too much about what's being called.
Yeah, that's going to take us through to halftime. 24 points to 14. San Francisco in the lead over San Diego. Stick with us. When we come back, we're going to have all the action from the second half live from Boxer Stadium.
I remember when they played tests here 15 years ago. So help me get that sign or several of them.
It was either Scotland or Wales. We had that, I think,
The row of trees. Yeah, that's right. The row of trees. They were almost the size of that big one there. All across the side. It was like this enclosed space. They cut it all down. Yeah, no, we're good. I think we're good for now, but yeah.
Welcome back to the second half of the Italian rugby action here in a picture-perfect day in San Francisco. With your San Francisco Rush leading 24-14.
We're just gonna come back and play. Okay, just let me know.
Still got 4 minutes of TV time. That's fine.
One of the touch judges' makeup got fucked up. That's why I had to redo it for the cameras, right?
Yeah.
And welcome back to Boxer Stadium in beautiful San Francisco. Moments away from the second half here. San Francisco holding on to a 10-point lead after 40 minutes. And you see San Diego there on the left of your
You've
screen.
still got like 3 minutes.
They will get us started. We're going to take a look at some of the replays from the first half action. That man was heavily involved early on.
We're good to go now.
We're not going to look at the replays. Referee Scott Green has decided he's going to play instead. Sorry about that, folks.
TV, eh?
Scott Green running a tight ship here at Boxer Stadium. Letting the guys know when he's ready to go, they better be ready
Captain,
to
you
go.
ready? You good to go?
That's really a rhetorical question,
Yeah.
as most questions from referees are. He doesn't want to hear an answer. He just wants to hear you listen.
And we are underway. 40 minutes to play at Boxer Stadium. San Diego gets us restarted. Rouse will be very happy to have this breeze at his back in the second 40. Exploits it immediately with this booming kick off his right foot into the 22 of San Diego.
Fantastic clearing kick from Volney Rouse. Something I would like to see much more of during this match is his ability to kick and probe the defense. If San Francisco can really utilize that, it's really going to help them gain some of this field position, keep them from getting stuck in their end and having San Diego knock on that door. Get him in the back, slot him in. San Diego finally winning a line out with a cheeky one.
That's what it's going to take in these conditions.
Get back 4.
Into the pocket, Conrad. Gets that one up to the 22. They're going to have to change their kicking strategy here in the second 40, Lou. They're no longer going to be able to use this strong breeze to their advantage. Much lower trajectory on the kicks from here on out.
Not a favorable outcome in that position, Dan. If you're stuck in your end and you want to clear that, the ideal position to put that ball is on the 10-meter line, past it. Right now, San Diego made things a little bit difficult to San Francisco. Wins that line out and is knocking on the front door.
Rouse finds Haley at the back, breaks the tackle. Haley still going. Can he go all the way? Too easy for the winger there of the set piece, and they open the second half with a try, easy as you like.
Michael Haley, a man of the region, coming from St. Mary's University, playing his rugby 4 years. Starts his second half off with a fantastic try. San Francisco winning it, the forwards in the beginning of this drive with a beautiful line out. That's what they're going to need a lot more of. San Francisco really upping their gameplay when it comes to the set piece. They can use those set pieces in order to come off of fantastic positions. Haley, one tackler, Bruce Thomas, just couldn't get a fingertip on him. Stumbling over for a quick 5. Fantastic work from the set piece to the execution of the try there from San Francisco. That's a majority of rugby, Dan. You have to be able to utilize the opportunities you get, and each set piece is an opportunity for you to put yourself in a position to do something great with the ball, whether it's kick the ball and gain a little bit of territory, or to put yourself on the front foot and get it behind the defense by running the ball. Volney Rouse, sure-footed as ever. Another 2 points to San Francisco, bringing that to 31-14.
Definitely not the start that San Diego would have been looking for. Great work from that man there, Haley, though. Kick goes deep for now. Does well to secure possession just short of his 40. Ferris. Latu. Oh, bullocking run from Latu. They go back to IE. Puts this one high into the corner. The Sun. Not affecting Conrad there as he brings that ball down. Tio. Jinking his way upfield. He's tackled.
It's lost now, Black.
Conrad. That's Purdon moves it across now. Nguenya. Quick hands to Rory.
Stay.
Purdon in again to his left. To Samoa. Offload there for Thomas. May have been taken early there. Volney Rouse playing that dangerous game. Play on, says the referee. Hatsuka across field. Suniula, tough pass. Tio goes over the top of his head into the over the sideline.
Yes, knock on
into touch.
Not the break San Diego needs,
we have an option,
Dan. They need to keep this ball in hand. Errors like that are going to really hindered their ability to gain a little bit of field position and ultimately to get that ball close to the try line of San Francisco to put points on the board. And they area of the game right now that has had a few penalties.
Make sure our back row staying straight,
half arms dished out.
Yeah. Not walking around anymore. Yeah.
Scott Green letting him know what he expects from San Diego captain.
Yep. What's that?
Bill Nicky as the tight head prop responsible for a lot of what goes on here. As you see San Francisco outweighing San Diego pack just under 70 pounds. A lot of big athletes.
Yeah, it's a butcher's delight up there, a lot of meat. Ferris moves this to his left, finds Rouse. Oh, that could be a knock on. Rouse.
Play on.
He's put to that in time. San Diego have the ball in the turnover though.
It's a ruck.
Purden finds Conrad. Carpenter. Up on the halfway.
Yeah, play on though. Off the foot, play on.
Ferris shifts it across field. For now, drifting. Straightens up. Great turnover there.
Stay out,
San
7.
Francisco. Ferris. Lainitz struggles with his hands there, Lainitz, under pressure. And he spilt that one forward. We're going to have a scrum down just on the outside of the 40 for San Diego here.
I'd really like to see San Diego utilize some of this position off a turnover ball. We are seeing green grass on either side. San Francisco not covering the edges of the deep territory. If they can start peppering these balls in behind, it's really going to make their life a lot easier. You know, the ability to kick the ball into space and to put together a good chase line. Very important in rugby. You got to have your back line prepared to execute that skill in order to really make things easy on your forward pack and to make it hard on the oppositions.
Bind.
31-14. 6 minutes in the second half. Purden. Gets that ball in.
5 metres, please, 5.
Solid platform. They come down the blind side. Nguyen. One-on-one with Longy. Can't get around the cover defence from Sakalia, though. Definitely looks like he comes from an offside position there. Literally goes away.
A
little too easy for San Diego, for San Francisco there, Dan.
Takes that ball up.
Leave it now. Black. Yep, that's fine.
Conrad finds Suniula. Midfield though, good defense coming up there. Conrad, flat pass. Oh, big tackle coming in. Shuts things down out on the left-hand side. Tarori.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like we've got an accidental obstruction there on Tarori. Be a scrum. Oh, penalty coming away. Just didn't blow the whistle with the same intensity for a penalty, did he?
No, he didn't. That was a real short whistle. So for our viewers out there, and paying attention to the referee, different whistles in the length of the whistles will indicate what kind of call is going to be made, whether it be a penalty, a half arm, a try, a scrum. Typically, anything that's real short is going to come into a scrum. Anything a little longer is going to be a penalty, and then ultimately the longest one is what happens when you see someone score a try.
Very enthusiastic.
A little bit of theatrics brought into the mix by the referees. And they can get a little WWF going on
numbers
with the whistle.
5.
It definitely makes the game a little clearer to follow and a little more interesting.
Back out, 20. Carry on backing out.
Scott Green's trying to give a little Jason Momoa look.
Are you happy with that pass, Nick?
Sakalia takes that into contact. Ferris.
9. Thank you.
That ball at the back to grass. Rouse. Aye drops it on the foot. Teo though, waiting. Charge down by Blevins. All he's got to do is scoop this ball up. Nick Blevins. He gets a try in his comeback game. Great stuff there from the Canadian international.
Nick Blevins using that extremely solid midsection to knock that ball down. Hey, he might be feeling that one a little bit. Mikey Teo put the hoof to that one. Luckily, Blevins has got that amazingly strong Molson six-pack going on there to block that ball, dive over for another 5. Mikey Teo in the right position Just not very quick on the release of that ball. Maybe not the right decisions. Blevins commits to it. Fantastic work by the Canadian international. Walking a little gingerly after that block kick.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't entertaining the thought of bringing it around under the post, was he? He was hurting the big man. He's like, I'm just going to get this down and call it a day. It doesn't tickle those Gilbert balls when they get a hold of you.
You know what's real fun is when you block a kick with your face. Done that a time or two.
Yeah, I can tell. Rouse. Very, very skilled man at kicking the Gilbert as well. You'd hate to be in front of one of these. He's perfect after boot comes to an end. Score remains 36 points to 14. It's like the old days in the traveling show. The cannonball, taking the cannonball into the chest. Oh yes, right into the solar plexus. Talking about WWF, as old JR would say, right in the solar plexus.
Right in the solar plexus. Blevins getting up, blocking that one with all of his might.
It's gone backwards, play on.
After a little bit of mistake there, comes back to the rush. Trying to work this out from road half.
Hands off.
Ferris goes back, finds
Take it back in.
Garber over enthusiastic, throws the dummy. And he finds the ground. Conrad, great kick from Volney Rouse. What we're seeing from Volney Rouse in the second half, Lou, is what San Diego should have been doing in the first 40. Just expert kicking game, picking up huge territory and putting pressure on San Diego to force this ball out from their own end.
Volney Rouse is not a stranger to this game, nor a stranger to rugby in America. His experience, his characteristics, he needs to be more of a general out there. And when he takes control, this is what he can do. He can pick teams apart with his boot.
Good knock on there.
San Diego continue to try and keep their second half line-out record perfect, but that cheeky one is not going to fly. He's going to have to pull another trick out of his hat in order to try and win the ball from the line of touch.
I just didn't hear the
Hard day at the office for the San Diego pack, trying to win this line-out ball. They were looking very clinical in the beginning.
You can match.
But they didn't have
match up if you need to.
Yeah, this is a big win in territory battle for San Francisco here. Lanitz goes up for that ball. Again, good contest. It's loose. San Diego have come down with it.
Wait.
Dolfetti, short ball to Samoa. Another handling error. As San Francisco force yet another turnover. If they go quickly to the left, there's trouble. They come that way through Rouse. He steps. Ie over the shoulder, finds Mattias, tries to kick through, right idea. Execution wasn't there. Talapusi comes out to Longy. One-on-one, Nguyen comes at him and bundles him into touch. After a little bit of messy stuff on the ground, we're going to call timeout. The referees are going to try to figure out exactly what happened here.
That was some interesting passage of play. As you see Takutu and Nguyen come across the field like an absolute...
It went off his foot first.
I've seen it come off the foot. Yes. Picked out by White.
Line out 5-meter line up to that.
Okay. It's going to be a line out. Black came off the last one came off the leg, taken into touch by White.
Referees have a bit of conference about what happened there.
Black.
A very accurate depiction of what happened.
It's not going to be quick.
As that one went off Talapusi's foot.
Hold the ball for me, Nick.
Real smart decision making there by the San Diego back to kick that ball out.
Time is on.
Talapusi falls on that. That could very well be a try. Coming back to the cover tackle by Takutu and Nguyen.
Ball is set. Daly tries to hustle this ball over the try line. Ferris. Counter ruck comes in from San Diego though. A lot of pressure coming in here.
Get the balls up.
Stagnant ball. San Francisco come down to the left. Ferris still looking for the ball. Unplayable. It's going to be a scrum though. The pressure will continue to mount against the breakers.
A bit of a difficult thing to create a bit of organization out of chaos out of that slow ball. San Diego really trying to get it going forward, but San Francisco doing a good job to keep that as messy as they can, and ultimately they put themselves in a San Diego puts himself in a good position in order to try and win the ball back here. Now the scrums have been going a bit the way at San Francisco today, but you know, with your back against the ball, you can produce some.
Come closer, please.
Some unlikely outcomes if San Diego decides to bind together here and really put in an effort to go get this tight head. You're thinking if you're San Francisco here, Dan, what will you be looking for?
Bind.
You've got that dynamic runner for now at the back.
Oh!
Very dangerous blind wing.
I've got this side.
I say
Moved over, the ball's out.
It's a turnover. Nguenya looks to step inside Rouse. He's taken down.
It's there. It's there. Stay out. Here we go. Thank you.
Still with San Diego. Mattias across. Conrad finds Teo. Open field. Teo. That goose step we've now become accustomed to with Mike Teo when he's running. Back to midfield. Thomas. Purden comes down the blind side. There's some value there, Purden. Good hands from Conrad. Finds Mattias. A little bit of space. He's got numbers on the outside. Finds up. Supporting Teo on the outside. And the fullback from the Breakers. He goose steps his way all the way to the try line. Beautiful stuff there from San Diego.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Right before that scrum, we were talking about what the San Diego needed to do in order to capitalize on the opportunity they just created themselves. They bound together. They won the scrum. They won the tight head. A hard take-up by Tekutua Nguenya. And a couple phases later, you got to try on the exact opposite end of the field there, Dan. Just a tremendous effort. You see Mattias here setting up Mikey Teo to scamper into the try zone, as you see. Devereaux Ferris trying to keep that ball as close to the touchline as you can.
That's a nice little hit back there from the Breakers.
Food poisoning less than 12 hours ago.
Thanks, David.
Points.
That's all.
A little bit of personal information about Scott Green coming in there. Stay away from the fish tacos at San Francisco Airport, I think is the moral of that story.
Yeah, I mean, fish tacos at an airport, not exactly my first go-to. I happen to be a fan of the orange chicken.
It's a safe option. Now Conrad looking for the safe option of driving this ball in between the posts. 36-19. That is a stiff win. Look at that ball just sit up there. Conversion unsuccessful. Score remains 36-19. 17-point ball game. San Francisco still in the lead.
Still a lot of life left in this match. San Diego starting to do all the things they want to do, and you see San Francisco doing the same. But they're utilizing his kick and utilizing the possession and the field position. We're producing some outstanding rugby here. If we can just keep the ball off the deck now and continue to boxcar some of these phases together and really get the ball moving. It could be anyone's match here late in this game. And
good now.
Beautiful sunny San Francisco.
Yep, gotcha. Yep. Okay. Thanks, guys. Yep. Hey, just make sure we're working to get out of the tackle, to get that back part of the tackle.
Trying to get out.
Scott Green letting Volney Rouse know that like to keep
make sure
the game
you're wrapping too, that last one.
clean in the back of the ruck, as some of those San Francisco players are getting caught and just happen to be in position that's slowing the ball down. I've done that a time or two in my day.
Take him out! Come here!
Breakers.
Okay, it's over now. Stay there. Stay back.
They're going to need possession here to mount this comeback. The big man, Tui Samoa, that's going to help as he makes a break upfield, looking for some support. He's isolated. His only support comes in the shape of Purden. Talfetti picks the ball up. Straightens things up. Still, they need some numbers.
Hands are on. Turnover's good. Turnover's good.
And of course, when you don't commit numbers to the breakdown, the turnover comes for San Francisco.
Okay. Yeah. I've got it. I've got it. Yeah.
And that's one way to get the referee's attention. Just throw the ball straight at him. His hands in the ruck there.
That was an excellent steal by San Francisco. Going back to seeing the experienced man, Tui Samoa.
Yeah.
Around 37 years young, and he's still just carving defenses up, and he is doing an absolute job today in getting that ball in his hands and winning the point of contact. For him to continue to be live and very involved in the second half, for San Diego to continue going forward. But, you know, your break is only as good as you can finish.
Sir.
And though he wasn't the one that took that ball in, ended up getting stolen, San Diego has got to get on their front foot in order to resource these breakdowns. Because
and 6 white.
Some of these San Francisco guys, you're going to need a
20
bulldozer in order to get them out of these rucks.
There's some big bodies there. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Bruce Thomas punches his ticket for the day. He's done, as is Sakalia. It's Bill Fukafuka.
Very good.
Gets his first taste of the action here this afternoon. Derek Broussard comes on for San Diego.
A couple of replacements coming in here, Dan. You really hope to see the level of this game really pick up. Fresh legs,
black ball, and touch
someone
off
who's
white.
not tired. Really
line.
an injection of energy is what this game needs. And if these players can squeeze 80 minutes out of whatever time they get, they can have a massive impact on this match.
They go short. Good work from San Francisco. Floats that pass out. Fukafuka. He's tackled, 40 out.
It's right there.
Ferris.
Stay out, thank you.
Goes to his right. Gets the loop, does well. Ferris floats the pass out wide. The diving catch there, no good for Haley. Beats everyone over the sideline. The San Diego line out about 45 out from their own line here.
Some real exciting stuff San Diego trying to put together, but if you don't have the skills to put it together, it's a beautiful looking ball, but if it just can't quite find the hands of Michael Haley.
Burden finds Tui Samoa. Takes it into contact. Burden to his right. Talfetti, another handling error.
For the knock.
Well, talk about some pre-game pop calls for Talabusi from San Francisco. The entire team may have been munching on some of the trip up from San Diego.
No advantage to black.
It's really hurt them here today, hasn't it?
Absolutely. Pass and catch, pass and catch. It's the basic skills of this game. And ball's right there in front of you. If you mishandle it, it really makes it difficult to get moving and really put something together. Joe Tuafate, he's an experienced man. Capped by the USA team. Got to hope that he's going to pull together here and really eliminate those soft errors.
Bind. Set.
Great shot there, right down the middle of the scrum.
Going to spin. Advantage.
Oh, big for now. Bounce over the flick around the back to Fuka back inside to Ferris. Well, get the Moe, get the Cristal, whatever you want. That's champagne rugby at its best from San Francisco.
Absolute champagne. That was tremendous rugby. With Sam for now really getting it started off the back of that scrum, and you saw even the strong work rate by Cecil Garber to try and eliminate that or stifle that run. Gets one hand of the ball, a little behind the back pass, and one more pass, and Dev Ferris finds himself in excellent position just to score one right underneath the post.
20 minutes.
Devereaux Ferris really doing a great job, the San Francisco team, just marshaling the troops and getting guys in the right position to do the right play, as we see here. Gets that inside ball from number 8, Bill Fukafuka, and beautiful try from San Francisco. Dev Ferris is all sorts of excited about that.
Yep. Lots to get excited about for the young scrum half as he bags a double. Conversion is successful, 43 points to 19. And if you're a San Francisco fan, you've got to be watching this performance. And here is a look at the entire replay, and it was great work, like you said, from Garber. Gets back up, high work rate, but beautiful transition there. The handling, our skills from San Francisco. And like I was saying, Lou, if you're a San Francisco fan, you've got to be watching games like this. Not only with excitement and joy of watching a team do well, but it may be a little frustration.
Numbers boys in match.
Where was this the first 7-8 weeks of the season?
Absolutely, Dan. You know, skills like this and playing a product like this, it can be very fickle. I mean, it's a lot of pressure in order to execute those skills on a regular basis. And if you're going to try and do it and not pull it off, it can look like real bad rugby, but when you actually pull it off, it's tremendous. Tutuan Guenya trying to find himself in a position to pick one off. Fortunately, just goes off his fingertips. And Scott Green's going to bring it back to this line out.
One white, late tackle, black 9. Let him run, please.
Mason Pedersen there on the
late tackle,
late tackle.
9, let him run.
And he's funny, he actually warned San Francisco earlier.
Sure, he overlooked.
Look at this, great shot right down the pipe.
Very good.
Ferris. See if he spots the cameraman at the end. No, he doesn't. Jumps around at the end, it's just too late. Could have given a shout out to the family at home. If I would score, I'd always give. I had it written on my my wristbands as I got older and had kids. I'd have Harrison and Charlotte on my wristbands and give them a shout out.
Mate, nice baguette for them.
Hey Harrison, hey Charlotte, like that.
It's very nice of you as a father.
Yeah.
I had written on mine. It just said
line
get up. So mind you, every time you're on the ground, you got to get up.
Would you say it to yourself like Mickey from Rocky 1?
Get up, Rock.
Yeah, that's good.
But it'd be more like get up, Blue, you bum.
I like it. I like it.
And speaking of getting up, Patrick Latu getting up into the guts of the fence.
He's had a big game, Latu, hasn't he? Still going after 63 minutes, the big man. Ferris to his left. Great pickup from Lanitz. Isolated though. Rouse does well to come in for the save. IE, quick hands, Talpusi. Out to Longy. Steps back inside. Here we are. San Francisco looking to inflict some more pain here on San Diego. Rouse spins away from the tackle. 15 out from the line as Ferris goes flat. Fuka under pressure. Puts that down. Tui Samoa. Ilniki, Suniula. Out wide, here's trouble. The flying Hawaiian out in the wing goes Hatsuka. And he's Grasso through an ankle tap. Steven! Still with San Diego though.
A lot of grass here on the San Francisco end and the deep end of this field. Unfortunate knock on. Dan, I'd like to see this kicking game really take a step up. We're getting lots of opportunities. If you get your eyes up and see that grass,
11 White.
A nice stiff kick
White.
that's shortened to the ground.
11 White's being subbed.
Can really do a lot of effort.
Lost forward there.
You good.
Here's my 2. Just be very careful, okay?
Coming on the field now, number 23, Tim Stanfill.
Okay.
Coming on for Pono Hatsuka. He's had himself a very involved game today, making up plenty of meters, making tackles. You like to see that out of your wingers. At this level, if you're a winger, it's not enough just to play when the ball comes. You got to put yourself in a position to get involved and get into the ball. And that's what you see out of guys like Tukutua and Gwenya.
Crouch.
And a lot of other players in this league who know what it's like to play at the high level in order to make the most out of your ability and your efforts.
Sit.
Scrum has been good today for San Francisco. Ferris at the back.
It's out.
Does well to recover there, Ferris. Rouse. Goes to a chip over the top. Has a big air swing though.
Okay, advantage for the knock.
Inside.
Advantage White. Steven!
Purdon goes quick. Quick hands. Garber. Blevins. Great steal from Blevins. Not clean, says the referee though. That one was touch and go. Purdon goes quickly. Throws the dummy Purdon. He's right through, needs some support. Finds it in Pedersen. He's wrapped up all in all, taken 25 out from the line. Down the blind side they come. Nguenya, quick hands. Suniula. To Samoa. Yep. They come back to the right now. Pedersen, quick hands, Purdon. Floats a pass out. To Fetty.
You see anything there, guys?
Throws a dummy.
Play on.
Reniai doing his best.
Six!
Like a little bullet on the big caterpillar.
PQ.
Back midfield, Nguenya looking to use those footwork. And Mattias slices right through. Ryan Mattias, fullback to beat. Beautiful grassing tackle. 5 out from the line, San Diego still in the attack. Purdon comes down the blind side. There's nobody at home. Back to Tio, offloads. Now Pedersen, no one in front of the big man, he rumbles. Great tackle from Ferris on a man. Outweighs him probably by 50 or 60 pounds to bring him down just short. Tui Samoa.
It's your own player.
Slow ball coming out here for San Diego. Purdon looking for his options. Tio, short ball, quick, Broussard, he'll score under the post. Well, silky smooth skills from Mikey Tio there to shift that ball across, and it's a try for San Diego.
We are seeing the culmination of a lot of the mistakes of this game start to eliminate themselves into some excellent rugby. San Diego maintaining possession, keeping their poise, and just sending hard runner after hard runner, cleaning up the mistakes, keeping possession though, that's the name of the game. And you can see San Francisco trying everything they can to put Charlie Burton out of the game. As you see there, Mikey Teo setting up number 20, Derek Boussard, for the go-ahead try, but San Diego really putting together some nice phases there. Not always as pretty as it could be, but they retain possession. They're playing smart rugby, and you got to hand it to San Francisco. They were making some very tough tackles, and even more so, targeting Charlie Burton. Every time he got the ground, they're making sure they put him on the deck and keep him on the deck. San Diego responding by knowing their number 9 is not in the mix. They have to fill in. It's just really top level stuff, and it's exciting to see. San Francisco trying to claw the way back. 12 minutes left in this game.
Rouse goes deep, Stanfield. And you talked about having an influence from your wingers at this level. That's not the influence you want. Just gets on the field. First touch is a handling error. And that just allows San Francisco right back in here. San Diego's territory with a chance to attack.
Yeah, it's not what you want out of your replacement coming on, and as a replacement, that's not the outcome you want as your first effort, your first touch of the ball, is to have it be that. We talked about the importance of these restarts. You know, that can kill momentum. That can kill any sort of advantage that you may have over the opposition, mental or otherwise.
Stand up, make sure we're all square and balanced, guys.
Maintain possession. You can't control possession, and make your decisions based on your own ability to determine an outcome. You know, it's unfortunate. Tim Stanfield really making it hard on his team, but you know, that's what this next play is about. Redemption.
Bind.
It would be a tough pill to swallow. San Francisco can put points on here. San Diego looking them now to come back. Like you said, looking good.
Away wide.
Now goes for a run.
Ball's available.
Ferris quickly finds Lanitz. Does well to secure the ball. Pops it back to Fanau.
White, let it go, White. White, let it go.
Sam Fanau.
Slowing White.
An absolute cracker of a day. Put in some heavy work rate.
He's been very busy for now. Ferris down the blind side. Finds IE. Almost gets away from Mattias. Turns it back inside to Latu. That's Fanau, sorry. Big J for now. Ferris to his right, throws a dummy. San Diego looking for the spoil.
So we have advantage. Offside White.
Tight.
New advantage offside. One White. Stay here, boys.
Ferris flicks inside. Oh, very beautiful. George Gregan-esque there from Dev Ferris, and Areni gets his second.
You see the smile on Areni, how beautiful that was. That takes him back to the days when he probably just started playing rugby, and George Gregan pulled that out of his hat for the first time, and I swear that people thought he was a magician or a wizard of sorts. And Dev Ferris keeping that same spirit alive. The oldest play in the book, really. You get this close. You see here Dev Ferris, perfectly executed. Unfortunate victim, Cecil Garber there, falls for the scrum half to come out of his line. He's got to stay in that position. He's got to make sure that no one goes up into the space that he just vacated. And Areni staying relevant late in this match, making sure that his San Francisco team continues to take the scoreboard over. There's the man that made it happen, Ferris. Dev Ferris really doing a great job between him and Volney Rouse to organize the San Francisco pack and to keep the backs moving and running on the front foot. An exciting brand of rugby we're seeing here in San Francisco today.
And that brings up to half century, 50 points to 24 with that conversion. Yeah, you talk about defensive structures, how important it is. The first rule, but that first defender is just don't take the scrum half.
No, you just got to stay put. It's one of the most boring things when you're going through team defense, but it's so important. If you're that pillar man or whatever it is you want to call it, and you move, you vacate that space, that's like we said, that's the one space that you can go up, and that's the shortest distance between you and the try line.
Now, brings it up. Their second phase play has been quite outstanding here today, San Francisco. The offloads, Ferris, backwards. That was a great pass he was playing for San Diego because he hit Pedersen right on the chest. They do well to retain possession though.
Open up White.
Pressure comes in. Ferris finds Rouse. AE looks inside, goes outside. Tough pass. Out in the wing there. But Jack O'Hara couldn't go down and get it.
Another skill breakdown for San Francisco. Unfortunately, you're piggybacking a fantastic play to score a try. A skill malfunction.
Number 2, number
Sam
3.
Now here we see winning collisions like he's been doing all day.
11, 2 and 3.
Keeping the ball alive.
Thank you.
Great job by Oreni Aie to really probe that defensive line, but and puts himself in great position to make that play, but unfortunately it doesn't come off, and San Francisco making a whole slew of substitutions now, trying to get some of their substitutes a bit of gameplay here. See Dev Ferris coming off. A fantastic match he's had, as well as Patrick Watu. Heavy work rate by the heavy hitter there in the front row. And off again is for now.
Here's one of those replacements. Kila Hui. He goes for a run. Now Lainitz. Another solid game again from Lainitz today.
Let's know a
Ball. See if San Diego can hold things up. Not going anywhere. This is going to be a turnover ball for the Breakers.
Okay, it's not going to come
now
out
with
there, guys.
just over 5 minutes to play.
You know, I'm a little partial because I played with them. I've known them for a long time. A ball happens, and you see Takutsu Ngwenya, a winger, someone who's supposed to stay far away and clear of that ball with his head stuck in the middle of it. And that's the type of attitude, that's the type of work rate you want to see out of your wingers. If you're in that position and you got to get involved, boom, he gets involved and ultimately forces a turnover. Leonard, a little slow to get up. Got a little bit of blood hanging off the tip of his nose. A lot of work right out of the big second rower today.
Yep, going to continue. Yeah, sub. Yeah. Okay, I think they're going to sub you 7. Yeah, you've been subbed. And number 1, White. Your day's over, mate. Well done.
We got Cody Jones coming off the field for San Diego.
Time's back on.
Number 18, Kakalia Pule coming on, looking to really raise the level of the San Diego pack.
I want to come in field, Nick.
That's a good looking gentleman. Look at that hair on him. Here we see that turnover. Takutsu Ngwenya getting stuck in the mix with all the other San Diego players, ensuring that they were going to come out with a proper outcome there. And now they have possession here, Dan. You see you got
Crouch.
Takutsu Ngwenya putting himself in good position, but you have all this green grass.
Bye.
San Diego, I want to pump that ball into the corners. Turn the San Francisco pack around, make them run. Can't do that if you can't put together a
There's a bit of a slip there on the vines.
They're down by 24 points. I don't think they're going to be kicking much unless it's for goal.
I think I've got to speed.
Maybe my advice is maybe 15 minutes too late, but still timely as ever.
I appreciate when you come.
Make sure our blinds are nice and long, gentlemen. Our elbows are up.
All people. I love the kicking game.
You love a good kicking game.
That's it, right?
Bind. Set.
Hold! Hold!
Roden gets this one in. Comes down the blind side to Ngwenya. Ngwenya using his footwork, trying to get around Halou. Halou with the steal. Can't avoid that sideline though. Purdy goes quickly.
Play on.
Excellent work by Charlie Purdy. Always looking for the advantage and sees it there as he steals the ball from Palou as he goes out of bounds. And big tie to Samoa.
Ball's available there. Stay back. Okay. Okay, release him now, Red. Let him go, Red. Thank you. Thank you. Hey.
Some staunch defense from San Francisco as San Diego puts
a
that ball
knock
on the deck.
Play advantage to White.
Advantage is on to San Diego as they continue to try and march this ball up the field just around the midway point.
Advantage is over.
Definitely not the skill set you want to see, not only out of a substitute, but out of a second rower. Sam Lilly coming on, trying to put the ball. Really timely. I just talked about the kicking game, and then a guy who plays the position that I used to play comes on and tries to kick. That is just
yeah, you're a little bit closer than that. It's a little bit wide. There we go.
Kind of sums up San Diego's afternoon here, doesn't it?
It truly does. You'd rather see the big fella just tuck that ball, put his head down, go win the collision instead of trying to church it up and something that's probably not in his toolbox.
Yeah, we're good there.
They're going to go quick here as Reed goes right through the middle. Michael Reed looking for some support.
No tap ball.
Slow coming, but finally gets there. The rush on the attack now. Fuka with the quick pick. Finds Lalao Pialu. And the penalty comes their way.
Yeah, Marcus here. Marcus in front of me.
Reed goes quickly. Finds Daly to his left. Daly shrugs away from the tackle of Leatanana. Reed to his right. Flat pass. Goose step. Hello. Needs to get to ground here. This should be the second time that San Diego's held them up. Reed now looking for the ball. Comes down the left. Goes short. Hui.
Yeah, I have
through a big gap there, but can't get a hold on it.
Advantage to White.
Advantage comes away of San Diego. Purdon.
Okay.
To Samoa.
High tackle with 5. Advantage.
Finds Pangalia. Now Teo. Teo slices right through. Mike Teo looking for some support. Gwenya comes for the clean out.
Advantage is over now.
Still with Teo.
Open up.
Gwenya comes down the blind side. Purdon. Flat pass to Garba. Can't break the tackle. Looks inside to Lillian. He's crunched into touch. Good scramble from San Francisco as they play quickly. Not like a team that's up by 24 points. And he could have played the kicker late there. He's going to come all the way down for a penalty.
Option.
Some opportunity for some unsafe and really unadvised play here from San Diego. They may be losing a little bit of their cool, and late hit on kicker Reniai. Yeah, they have a choice, either
dangerous tackle. Yes,
take the penalty where the kick was or where kick lands, and obviously they're going to take where the kick lands, and they're going to go quick with Big Mone, Lalapialu.
Counter ruck's good. Play.
Still with the breakers though. It's Daly. Reed finds Rouse. Comes back to his right. There's a man known as Fancy. Still with the rush. Right on the 22 of San Diego here.
Thank you.
A little bit slow getting adjusted. Back to the left. Fuka. Lanitz.
Jordan, you cop.
Up quickly.
Sorry, mate.
Rouse, crossfield kick. Talapusi needs a bounce. Beautiful stuff from Nguenya though. He goes back to recover. Blevins chases him across field.
You're off your feet now, Reed.
Counter comes in. Teo floats one out. Tarori steps inside, looks to the offload, dragged down.
That's fine. No ruck. He's the tackler.
Reniai with the steal. Reed back inside. Hui can't get a hold of it.
That ball is out of bounds.
It's full time.
And the whistle of Scott Green indicates we've come to a close here. It is full time from Boxer Stadium, and the Rush very dominant on their way to a 50 points to 26 win over San Diego.
San Francisco really coming together in the late part of the season, trying to play a very loose brand of rugby, passing the ball around, getting it into the hands of some of the more explosive players, and really putting together some highly skilled passes, and really late in the season catching fire and really coming into their own.
There's our man of the match today. Volney Rouse puts 20 more points onto his tally for the season. Controlled the game well from the fly half position, kicked extremely well in the second half when he had to, and was instrumental in getting that ball out wide.
Anytime you have a player who can turn 70 meters onto the opposition and turn them around, that's not something you're ever going to trade in for.
And that will wrap things up from Boxer Stadium, where San Francisco have defeated San Diego by a score of 50 to 26. For Lou Stanfield and our entire crew at Pro Rugby, I'm Dan Power saying goodbye till next time, and that's the way the ball bounced today.